What's going on, guys? Sticks here at the Token Minorities, bringing you week 5 of the DGBA, and this week, unfortunately, we are up against my good buddy Ches and his Memphis Zzizzlies, and I'll explain why I say unfortunately in a second. But before I get into anything, just a reminder that if you guys like this video, please leave a like, drop a comment, click that subscribe button, as it helps us out a ton, and let's just do more cool stuff for you guys. But anyway, on to the team. Like I said, we are unfortunately up against Ches, and I say unfortunately because this is probably the most scumbaggy team I think I have ever brought. And if you want to blame somebody for this, blame Jolt. So as I'm sure you saw in the title, this is a theme team, so we're revisiting the theme team ideas, and I actually think that we're completely visiting theme teams for the rest of this season. I think for the last 3 weeks we are. But yeah, this team's theme is sub, protect, and then either toxic or leech seeded, obviously leech seed in Superior's case. But yeah, this team is all about the sub, protect, and status, with a little bit of support from like an offensive Weavile, Rocks, Bronzong, and then a Calm Mind, Floette, Eternal, just because, I mean, I don't think Floette's done enough thus far, so I just want to try to bring it, see if it can do a little bit more. But yeah, so Deoxys is a sub-protect toxic with Psychic, Landorus is sub-protect toxic with Earth Power, Weavile is an SD Tectonic Rage variant, so I'm actually kind of hoping I can catch the Mega Mawile off guard with that. Superior is a sub-protect Leech Seed and Leaf Storm, Floette I think is just a Calm Mind Kevia, and Bronzong is Rocks, Earthquake, and I believe Colbur Berry, for just so Mawile doesn't absolutely nuke me. But yeah, so this is a I'm being a bad person with this team, and let's just not beat around the bush anymore. Let's just go ahead and hop right on into it. So I did think that he was going to try to lead with his Mawile to catch my Bronzong lead, so I did end up leading with my Landorus, as he does lead with his Mawile, so I got that right as he goes straight into his Cresselia as I get up my substitute, and this is where the shenanigans go ahead and start. Actually, I don't know why I put it on slow. I'm going to put it on normal because even though I normally need it at slow, with this game, you'll see I need it on a little bit faster than usual. But yeah, I knew Cresselia would come in, as that normally takes on any variant of Landorus, and I am just going to go ahead and Toxic that thing, and then Protect, as I can wear down this Cresselia a little bit more, and then Sub once again as he goes for the Ice Beam. And yeah, this is absolutely disgusting. Cress is just going to get worn down more and more by Toxic. At this point, I'm just going to take this opportunity to go into my Bronzong. I figure that Cresselia, even with the Shadow Ball, will not be able to do much, even if it's a Calm Mind variant. I mean, I have the Toxic on it, I'll still be able to take it down, and I get my Rocks up as he goes into his Mawile, and he gets his own Rocks up as I Earthquake. So at this point, I'm just like, well, Bronzong did good, I am just going to try to take out this Mawile, just continually Earthquake, wear that thing lower and lower, just maybe put it in range of something besides Landorus's Earth Power so that he potentially has to make a play, or like I don't have to play around the combination of like Sucker Punch or something like that. But I do get him low enough to where Weavile's able to come in, and even though this is a defensive Mawile, I will be able to knock that thing out with a knockoff, so that works out very nicely for me. He goes into his Nihilego, and I know that there's no way he'd bring in Nihi unless it is Scarfed, so I'm going to go into my very bulky Deoxys as I do take that Power Gem, and again, I'm just assuming that this thing is Scarfed. Either way, I'm just going to go for the Psychic. If he wasn't Scarfed, I'd be able to do some decent damage to him, and if he was Scarfed, he wouldn't be able to KO me. But now that the Crest comes in, I'm going to go for the Sub once again, as this is the second Mon that I'm going to be able to Sub Protect against. And yeah, Crest, I'm just going to wear it down with the Toxic. Deoxys is in. I'm going to go for a double Protect, see if I can get that to wear the Crest all the way down to where it knocks itself out with Toxic, but unfortunately that doesn't happen, or I would have been able to knock it out with a Psychic, as I am eventually able to do there. And Deoxys is now all the way back up at 54%, so that works out wonderfully for me as he brings in his Linoon. And Linoon's a threat, as it does have the Belly Drum, but I'm going to pause it because I was actually talking to Jolt before this, because I told him that this team was completely inspired by him and the Zero Aura that he brought in March Madness. I was like, you know what? Linoon's annoying, but I have a Protect Pressure Deoxys, I have Pressure Weavile, I have Protect on both Landorus and Superior. Like, Linoon's gonna run out of extreme speeds before he's able to take me out, and so this is just kind of a funny situation, because normally Linoon would be a huge threat, just OHKOing everything, but because I have pressure on Deoxys and Weavile and Protect on 3 different Mons, it's not going to end up being a problem. Now, I go straight for the Toxic, as I was thinking that, okay, maybe he'll try to predict around the Protects and save his extreme speed PP, but no, he doesn't. He just goes ahead, breaks my sub, and then attacks again as I protect. And already Linoon has 4 extreme speeds that are gone. I'm going to sack off my Weavile, as I had no reason to do anything else, as I'm just going to, like, Weavile was the most expendable at this point because it really didn't take on anything else. Nihi was Scarfed, Raikou and Suicune are annoying, like I could knock them off, but they really aren't, like, insane threats, and plus this way it makes Linoon almost completely out of extreme speed PP, to where if I sack off Superior, well, suddenly I'm able to win with like Landorus and Deoxys just being able to outspeed that thing and knock it out. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. Going to go into my Superior and then attempt to get the double protect, as it's going to be, that's really going to be what allows me to take out this Linoon. And fortunately, I do get it, as he would have been able to, I'm pretty sure, one-hit KO me, because I do have a ton of bulk. And Superior is surprisingly bulky, but I didn't know for sure. And at this point, I'm actually going to go ahead and stay in and go for the Leech Seed, as if he went for the Sludge Wave, first of all, he had to be Scarfed in order to outspeed me, and he does reveal to be 100% Scarfed at this point. If he outsped me and went for a Sledge Wave, I could always go into my Landorus, as I lived a hit and would be able to Earth Power something. If he went for the Power Gem, over-predicting as he does here, I will be able to get the Leech Seed off, and now my Superior is going to be able to sub down as he brings in his Raikou. And yeah, Raikou is pressure, so it's going to be wearing down my Leaf Storms very quickly. But I'm going to try to get a Leech Seed, as he does end up revealing himself to be sub. So I was like, ah, man, only I'm allowed to use sub. But yeah, there are so many substitutes this game. This is awesome. But he's going to go for the Calm Mind. So he's a sub Calm Mind Raikou, I'm assuming, with Bolt Beam coverage. And by Beam, I mean Hidden Power Ice. So behind my sub, I'm just going to stay in repeatedly, go for Leaf Storms, as I will eventually be able to take out the Raikou. And I could try to Leech Seed at this point, but I figured, nah, Raikou's enough of a threat. I just want to take that thing out. Superior still will be at a decent amount of health, and Raikou will end up going down. My Superior is at +6, but Nihilego comes in. I'm going to protect to see what type of move he goes for, as he does end up going for the Sludge Wave. And I figure that, okay, I mean, I can always go into Landorus or my Floette after he gets a Beast Boost. So I'm going to go into my Deoxys, as Superior was actually kind of needed for later in the game. Like, if I needed to wear down the Suicune, Superior would have been able to do that. So I decided to save that and sack off my Deoxys as he pulls the switch into his Suicune. And I am able to get a Toxic off on that thing before it gets a sub up. And this is kind of just going to be the end game, as now I'm going to be able to sub and protect, wear down the Suicune. If he misses a Hydro Pump at any point, my Deoxys will be able to have a sub up and then potentially kill the Nihilego. Just basically, no matter what the Nihilego goes for, I will have counterplay at this point, because, I mean, Sludge Wave will not be able to KO the Landorus or the Floette. I mean, Floette, if he gets a crit, he can. And then Power Gem will not be able to KO the Floette either, and I do have the Hidden Power Ground. But fortunately for me, he does miss a Hydro Pump, so I am able to have a sub up as the Nihilego comes in, and I will be able to clean that thing up with a Psychic. So we fortunately are able to take a 4-0 victory in that one. I mean, I feel bad because Ches is one of my good friends in the community, and I mean, it's still a meme team, just sub, protect, and then status on everything. So that ends up coming through. So if there's one thing I've learned about this season, meme teams are a lot better than meme sets, because meme teams have actually worked so far. I mean, my only 2 wins have been with a Gravity team and a Sub Protect Toxic team. So yeah, we end up actually getting a win. I think we're like 2-3 now or something like that. But yeah, that's going to be it for the week. Hope you guys enjoyed watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And this is Styx signing out. Why not? See you guys.